I think the way that we often look at exercise limits our view of what's possible because we think like, oh, okay, I've got, 3 to 4 days a week that I'm going to exercise and I'm trying to fit it all into those 3 to 4 days a week. And so can we expand our vision of what's possible and what exercise looks like? And so one thing that I love about your family is that you asked the question, how did you move your body today? Like,
Mhm.
I think that's
Yeah.
such a foundational question. And like there are days that I come up very lacking in the answer to that question. But I think, it's like I think about adding more strength in or more this, and it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to add another hour or 2 hours a day in. And it's like, yeah, if we're trying to fit that all into 3 or 4 days, then that becomes a little bit more difficult to manage. But what if we just expand what we're doing in our week and we're just doing like we're doing more days a week, but it's just not so intense. It's not so long every day. Then I'm able to fit more in throughout the week, but I'm also not going so hard every day that I dig this huge recovery well. The nice thing about some of those things like the power, the high intensity cardio, like that isn't something that I have to do every day to get the benefit of. So high
Mhm.
intensity cardio sessions, like 1 to 2 times a week is all that we need to make really good adaptations. And so, instead of, oh my gosh, I've got to have, you know, 2 to 4 hours a day to exercise, like I can fit a lot into an hour each day if I'm just doing something every day.
Right.
And it doesn't always have to be like super, super structured. Um, and so I think that's one thing that's helped. And so it's like, yeah, if I'm trying to fit all of my strength training and get everything in my whole body into 2 days, like that might be tough. My workouts might be really long, but if I can just do a little bit of strength training every day,
Yeah.
and again, different like that doesn't necessarily work for everyone, right? Different sports, different goals, different timelines that might change. But I think that's a consideration that people can make to make that a little bit easier. Can I just do a little something every day instead of I got to go hard on a few specific
Right.
days?
Like a whole plyometric workout or a whole yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And two, the reason that I like this is I think it's really easy when I only have my workout on certain days to say, oh, I guess like I know I'm supposed to do a workout today, but I could skip it and then just get it in tomorrow, right? Is this the day that I work out? And then
Right.
it becomes a decision every day versus like, well, I just do something every day, right? How did I move my body today? Then we're not constantly making that decision. It's just like, oh, that's just my lifestyle. I just do something.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I know that's a little aside, but I think that that can be a helpful way to make these things feel a little bit more accessible and a little bit easier to build into our lifestyle.